Hey guys, welcome to this video. So in this video, I am going to walk through the framework we call the team scaling journey. Okay, or another word to describe will be kind of the shipbuilding analogy. Okay, in terms of describing from our experience, what is the journey that looks like for in terms of scaling, building a dedicated team to support your business. Okay, support your business growth. So I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to show you this. Please excuse my drawings. It's not the best, but it is what I have at this moment. So I am going to show here. Okay. So excuse me guys for the not so great drawing and the not so great handwriting. I apologize in advance. Sorry about this. I'm going to try to make another video that looks better than this with better graphics and uh more better writing or better typing, if you will. But for the purpose of this video, I'm going to go over what this is about. So this is what we called what I like to call a team scaling journey. Okay. So this describes kind of like our experience and what we foresee other companies might go through as well, and how we can see the success path for hiring and building a virtual assistant team. Okay, for us specifically, it will be from the Philippines, to help us scale our business in a successful way without us sacrificing all of our time in the business, and for us to actually gain back our time and enjoy to live the life of our dreams while continue to grow our business in such a way that it becomes the business serves us instead of us serving the business. Okay, so I'm going to start with number one here on the left, the kayak with a one-person boat. Okay, so I have a super high-tech drawing over here. It's this very skinny person here on what looks like a boat. Okay, I apologize again for my drawing. So this is what I would call this stage will be the solopreneur. Okay, when we first start out, most of the time we're just the single person with a solopreneur. We have a dream. We set out to want to achieve our dream by creating our own company, by starting out diving full in into creating our company, and then starting to move forward, trying to look for customers, trying to build a product or a solution or a service, trying to sell that to someone, and then trying to fulfill that service, trying to get an amazing experience for the client. And then we try to continue to improve the product and service until we start to get more and more and more clients. Okay. So that's will be kind of a lot of us that are either in the solopreneur phase or we have already passed the solopreneurs, have already experienced this, is we're the one person we're doing it. We're wearing the chief everything, everybody officer, chief everyone officer, right? We're wearing all the hats. We're doing everything. We're massive action working, 8 hours, 10 hours, long hours a days, working on weekends. And very, very busy. But we're trying to get the business off the ground. Okay, there's some additional words in here. I'm going to kind of go into them in a bit. Okay. But one of the things that we notice is that as one person, in the beginning when it's not so busy, that's not too bad. We're just trying to figure out the business, right? We're trying to figure out what to sell to people, and we're trying to figure out who our right fit clients are. We're trying to figure out how to get how to build the traffic, whether it's through ads, through social media, through websites, or in-person events or virtual events, however way that we are trying to get clients. And when we're doing that, before we're turning a sustainable profit, one person will be more than enough. Okay. But at some point, as we start to grow and we start to get more traction with our business, we start to come up with a product that we're able to sell to people, okay, or service we can sell to people, our right fit clients, and we delivered it in a way that they're happy, they're satisfied, and then we're able to sell even more sell to more clients, and then customers are coming back for repeat business. It's going to get to a point where we're going to start to get overwhelmed with the amount of work that's required, that's needed for us, more business, right? That's what we'll be calling help. right? Because it's gonna get crazy, right? There's only so many hours in the day, and we need time to sleep, and we're probably already sacrificing time with our friends and family, right? And even our health at this point. So that's where we move into stage 2, which is a 2-person boat, or in this case, I'll call it the canoe, right? And here's my high-tech drawing here. There's two fairly the two I guess skinny people over here, I guess. And over here, the first thing I would say, like a lot of us, or for me, it was like, yes, I finally got some help. I hired my first person, and that person, took a while to train. But once that person is, I've taught that person, went through the training, they started to get good at what they're doing. They really started to take on a lot of the work that used to be on my plate. I'm able to delegate to that person, and it's great, right? It's like, yes, I finally have somebody who can help me. And because we have some additional income that's already we're generating from increased sales, great. So we're able to sustain paying this person. And now the business is building, right? It's growing faster. And then because we're able to delegate some work down to this person, we now have some additional time to focus on sales, to focus on growing more business, to focus on stabilizing this, just focusing on the work, starting to get a little bit more time work on the business instead of within the business. Okay, but when we have 2 people though, here's the thing that also happens is very quickly we'll realize, many of us will realize, I realized that when I have only 1 person, very quickly I could realize that I drastically overestimated how much 1 person can do, right? Because I literally was placing my own standard on myself. I was estimating how much that this 1 person can do based on how much I am doing as a solopreneur. But what I'm doing as a solopreneur is completely different. The amount of work, the dedication, the drive, the passion, right? The commitment to getting work done as the owner of the company versus the team member or employee of the company is completely different, right? As a team member of the company, they're selling their time for money, right? They're trading dollars, hours for dollars, right? And when they're doing that, they are expecting to work for a specific amount of time. Let's say 8 hours, right? Full time, or if you pay them part time, 4 hours or 6 hours per day, 1 hour per shift. And they're looking to work hard during that time, but after that they're done. They go home and they attend to their family and such, right? But for us as entrepreneurs, our business is our baby, right? Our business is our child. Like, I'm working after hours. I'm literally like, I'm tired, I go to bed, I wake up, I work, I get hungry, I eat, and then I come back, I work. Like, literally, sometimes a lot of us, we become almost like workaholics, right? That we're driven by our passion. We work like 8, 10, 12, even more hours on the weekends, if need be. So we are able to do much more than 1 person can do. In fact, many of us, I've talked to many of my friends who are entrepreneurs. As entrepreneurs, we often, especially as solopreneurs, we're often working the workload of 3 to 5 team members. Okay, the equivalence of a team of 3 to 5 people are being completed by us on a weekly basis. We just don't know it. We just don't know that we're working so much. So very quickly, when we hire this first person, it is very likely, it's very possible, okay, that we will soon find out, oh my gosh, I thought you can finish like all these tasks I gave you. You only finished like 30% of it, or 20% of it, or even less. It depends, right? Sometimes because they're a little slower because they're new at this, or sometimes just we're literally working double the amount of hours per week that they are, right? So they're simply are not able to catch to meet the demand of what we need them to do. And what that means is this person will very quickly going to get overwhelmed. Okay, they're either going to get overwhelmed, or we're just going to be like, oh my gosh, we need more people. So that's where I would say that will go to the next phase, stage number 3, which we call it the pirate ship. Okay, I'm going to explain what that means. So here's my little high-tech drawing with the sail and the little pirate logo here. So in here, we have like 3+ people. Okay, so I would say like, so at this stage, we have multiple people. We could have 3 people, we could have 5 people. I would say at this point, it's definitely, well, I guess 3 people is including ourselves. including the owner, right, the entrepreneur, is we hired an extra person, extra 2, extra 3, extra 4. Now we have got a team, right? An actual team instead of just 2 people. Well, 2 people is a team, but when you have more than 2 people, you have 3 or 4 or 5, you really start to build a real team, right? Multiple people here. And this is where I guess in the early stages, and this is true. This is true for me, on the first teams that I've built, and true for a lot of people that I've spoken with, a lot of entrepreneur friends that I've spoken with, that they experienced a lot of the similar situation, is that when they first build their team, they're not sure how to build, or they're not aware the importance of having a really good team culture. And why do they need that? Because when they're building up a team, most of the time they're already super busy, right? They're super busy. And the main purpose is get stuff done, right? Just get things done. We just got to get stuff done. So when we bring people in, we're like, okay, let's train them as quickly as possible. Okay, let's put the task onto them and then let them do the task. Okay, and then make sure that it's done well. And then boom, let's send it back to the customer, right? And then let's take on more tasks. Like, we're just focusing on getting stuff done. And when that happens, when we're not really working on the culture of the team, right, then the relationship that we have with our team is more like a transactional relationship, where the main reason they're here with us, they're here on the boat, is because of the money that we pay them, or the benefit we pay them. That's it. Like, mainly the money, right? Because that's basically the main driver, is I'm here to make money, right? To pay my bills or whatnot, right? To support my family. So this would be what we call, like, it's like a pirate ship. Because you see, on a pirate ship, the captain of the ship is able to lead the crew to look for the treasure, and the crew is following the captain because they believe the captain knows where, has the treasure map, right? He knows where the monies are, all the riches are, right? So they are following the captain because there's a promise of financial abundance. Well, in this case, the pirate ship that we run as businesses is that we are paying them a salary, or however way, or commission, however the arrangement that we have with our team is they're here because they're being paid, right? But if we're not paying them, they go, right? There's no other benefit, no other reason why they're here except they're being paid. So our relationship with them is a transactional relationship, meaning that we're bounded only by money, by the promise of money, by the transaction we pay them on a deal basis, or on a monthly basis, weekly basis, whatever it is, commission basis, whatever it is. So this is what we'll call, if we have this type of relationship with our team, where they're basically only staying with us because of the money we pay them, and that's primarily it, then we have, from my perspective, a pirate ship relationship. Okay, we're running a pirate ship because they believe us because we can give them money, right? They're here because we're paying them. Okay, but there's no other reason. It's all money. The relationship is money driven. We as entrepreneurs are driven to make money, right, for the company, and our team is staying with us, driven by the salaries or the commissions, whatever it is we're paying them. And in this relationship, everybody is for themselves. Okay, and this is also where everybody on the crew is basically following direct orders from the captain, from us. So it's owner or entrepreneur manager driven. So in this case, I would say this will be the early stages of having a team, right? Is we have to delegate all the work that they're doing is all delegated, right? It's actively delegated by us. Hey, can you please do this? Hey, can you please do this? Can you put this? Hey, can you put this? Can you put it? It's all delegated. It's all Simon based. Okay, it's not automatic. So it's a lot of work. The longer we stuck it here, the harder it is for us, for the entrepreneurs, because the more team member we have here, the more people we have to manage. So it becomes like a never ending, like, a mouse wheel, right? We actually get super busy managing the team in addition to managing the company. This is where a lot of us will burn out as entrepreneurs when we have a team. This is where a lot of times our company fail if we stay in the pirate ship format stage and we don't advance to the next stage, is that we are constantly being worn out by actively managing the team and still manage the company. Okay. And it's like taking on multiple jobs at a time. It's very, very difficult, this third stage. Okay. So once you move on to the next stage, for those of who are able to move on to the next stage, so here's a transformation. So essentially, we went from a pirate ship to a battleship. Okay, so what's the difference between pirate ship and a battleship, right? Okay, so from my perspective, the biggest difference between a pirate ship and a battleship is that in the pirate ship is driven by money, right? It's money driven, it's financially driven. They're here because we pay them. But in a battleship, you think about a battleship is like a ship that operates within like a navy, right? Like a military of a country, right? So what's the difference between a battleship and a pirate ship? One of the main differences from my perspective is that the battleship have a mission. Okay, so yes, they're also paid, right, by the military or the government, right, that employs those sailors or soldiers, but they also have a bigger purpose other than being paid. Is they're serving the navy to protect their country, right? So they have a higher purpose. They're there not only just to get paid, but they're there as a mission. The mission is they need to win the battle they're assigned to. They need to complete the mission so they can protect their country. So they're serving a higher purpose bigger than themselves, in addition to the money that they're being paid. Okay. So that's, I believe, to be the main difference between a battleship and a pirate ship. Okay. And so, okay, you might ask, hey, Steve, so okay, great. So now I know difference between battleship and pirate ship. What's the relevance that to entrepreneurship and my company? Like, how is a battleship better than a pirate ship, right? So I would say the biggest difference and the biggest benefit of being able to transform. So let's say we have a team of like 6 people in here, right? And it's operating like a pirate ship, right? If we're able to apply the necessary tools and practices to transform our team into a battleship format, the benefit is they're now no longer just here mainly because of the money. Okay, they are here because of the mission. Okay, because of a purpose. So what's the mission? What's the purpose, you might ask? So the purpose or the mission is the mission of the company. Like, for example, let's say, so our company, our graphic design company, we design evacuation floor plans for buildings in US and Canada, right? And so these are those maps that you see at the buildings, like in those buildings you walk to, like elevators, you see a little map. Or if you walk into a hotel room, the back of the door, you see a map, right, that shows where your room is and where the exit is. You see the green arrows that goes to the exits, right? So those are the things those are the graphic design maps that we develop for our clients in US and Canada for thousands of buildings, okay, in US and Canada. That's our graphic design business. In addition to Bedrock Teams Academy, which is our group coaching and done with you business for service business for helping our clients create teams, okay, to service them. So in this graphic design business, we have a mission, and the mission is we want to protect the world one building at a time. Okay, we are seeking. So the whole purpose of this graphic design company is, well, at the very base level, is we are trying to generate a profit so we can stay alive, right? But at a higher level, okay, the level we believe that is what we are, our ideal is that we want to create the best evacuation plans, available anywhere on Earth. Okay, and they will be the ones that will be installed in our clients' buildings, designed by us to be the world's best evacuation plans on Earth, right? And every single human being that enters that building that have our products installed in those buildings, those maps, right, those floor plans, okay, on every floor, they are gonna be the most protected in terms of an emergency, that those maps are going to help get them out of the building much faster than any other floor plans, map products that might be installed in that building. Like, our goal is to save, to make this world a safer place one building at a time. Okay, so now that is our mission statement, to make this world a safer place, one building at a time. That is our company, right? So what we have done is, at the beginning, before we developed that mission, right? We were operating a pirate ship, but at one point we started noticing like a lot of, we might be like, hey, what's our impact, right? We might even ask our question like, we're working so hard day in and day out, right? Full, 8 hours a day and full time, like, years gone by. Like, um what if like one day, like my family, my children ask me, hey, what is that you do? You know, like, do I want to say, oh yeah, I just design evacuation maps all day? We're like, oh, okay, but what do you do? Like, what's your contribution to the world, right? So I think like we all want, deep down as human beings, we all want to be purpose driven, right? We all want to feel like we're living a meaningful life, meaningful purpose. uh Us as entrepreneurs are especially driven. That's the reason why a lot of times we we dive into creating a business, is because we want to go for our dream, right? It could be serving a higher purpose, like, making the world a safer place, or it could start off with like, I just want to achieve financial freedom, right? I don't want to be able to, I don't want my time to be dictated by someone else anymore. I want to be able to achieve something I want to do. It starts with that, but eventually it might elevate to the point where it becomes, we're actually doing something good for the world. We'll create a positive impact for the world. We are a force for good. I believe that every single successful business is essentially serving a purpose higher than itself, to make this world a better place, right? And when we set up and really visualize and very vocalize this higher purpose, and then we vocalize to our team and letting them know that every time we complete a project for a building, we have essentially protected everybody in this building for the duration of how long this evacuation map are going to be installed in their buildings, which is going to be 10 years plus. So we literally calculated or guesstimated how many people will be entering and out of this building, right? We ask our clients questionnaires about this. What's the occupancy? How many people comes in and out? And then we can create a general estimate as to how many people are going to be protected by our floor plan, our maps in this building in the next 10 years. And we want to attribute this as our collective um, contribution, right? As our collective positive impact to the world. Because let's say if 30,000 people will walk in and out of this building in the next 10 years, then we essentially help to protect 30,000 people in this one building in the next 10 years. Well, guess what? That to us is a worthy purpose, right? I mean, to design this map, it would have taken anywhere from 30 to 70 hours, okay, of our team members' time. So their family will say, what do you do? If they just ask, well, if they say, well, I just draw maps all day, that's not very inspiring. But they say, hey, this month we protected about 200,000 people, okay, in 13 buildings, okay, going to be in 10 years. So that's our contribution, is we've been we're designing products to help protect hundreds of thousands of people's lives over 10 years period, right? That becomes a much more meaningful and much more purposeful and also true impact, right? It's not a lie, it is true. It's very important to make your mission statement and your impact statement a true statement, right? A true statement. So that's what we have done as part of the things that we have deployed, we have implemented in our team to help us transform our pirate ship format relationship, money-driven relationship, into a more mission-driven, with a great culture, into almost like a battleship, where everybody on our team, is much more passionate about the work that they do on a daily basis, because they know that if they do a great job, they could save lives, right? They could save lives, they could impact a lot of lives, and one day somebody lives could be saved simply because of the excellent work that they've done. So it gives them much more meaningful in their lives. So I believe once we're able to, and I think this is the most important reason why team culture is important, because you're giving them a worthy cause for them to do the best they can, okay, to do the absolute best they can. In fact, they could even at times go above and beyond to create this amazing result for our clients, for your clients, okay. This really goes forward. This really makes a big difference between a company who with a team with very low morale and everybody's literally just doing the minimum work, not to get yelled at, right? If this company has a toxic, has a somewhat of a negative or more toxic kind of a culture, they're just a study has been shown that a company with a culture that is more negative will tend to it could tend to cause the team members to uh, to work at minimum effort levels. Okay, just enough so they don't get yelled at, and they don't get blamed at, right? And they are not able to unlock discretionary efforts. But a company with like an amazing, purposeful, positive, supportive community culture, right, makes the team member feel more looking forward to come to work every day. And when they question themselves, man, I've been working in this company for 3 years, 4 years, what's the output? And is it just the monies that I made that all went to pay bills and I got nothing, really not much to show for? What is it that I really did with my life, right? We want to be able to give them something that they can think about and say, oh yeah, you know what? Hey, I impacted a lot of it. My work is in over 300 buildings across the US and Canada, right? Or something like that. It could be whatever it is, a purpose that you are generating for them, so they can think about it and then they can feel like they've done something worthwhile with their time. In addition to the money, like the money is minimum. Money is a minimum standard in a culture. We gotta to have a culture means we give them reasons for them to really strive forward and work hard and improve themselves within your company, right? Within your team, right? Give them a reason to fight for that, to become the next level, the next version of themselves, the next level of themselves. Not because of the money, but simply because of the cause, the worthy cause that they're fighting for, alongside you, because you gave them that purpose, right? So that is where a big shift happens from stage 3, from a pirate ship format to a battleship format. Once you successfully have transformed your team to a battleship format in this way, that is driven by culture, and makes everybody very identifies and owns and claims ownership for the company's success, is their success. Then you will start to notice a huge shift in productivity, a huge shift in morale, a huge shift in the connectivity with everyone. Okay, a huge shift in terms of the amount of the ability of being able to retain your team members, your valuable team members, for longer periods of time. Okay, and then having them feeling like they're living a more a more fulfilling life. Okay, working for you. And in the meantime, they're helping us achieving our dream. They're helping you achieving your dream. Okay, it is a huge, huge shift from 3 to 4. Very, very important. This could be the difference between a company going from from 1 million to 10 million, versus from 1 million to bankrupt, simply because they can't keep their team members, because money eventually becomes not enough for somebody to stay in the team. For someone to stay in a team on a longer period, they really need a great culture and much more reasons, much higher reasons for them to stay. All right. Okay, so this is a point I spent a little bit more time on. I apologize. I hope this is providing a little bit more clarity in terms of the importance of this number 4 battleship stage. Okay, so let's say you're able to achieve the battleship stage with your team, right? And then they are all, and some of the real great benefit when you're achieving this is that they're not only have super high morale, and they're not only working super hard and locking they're happy being here, they're happy working hard. They are counting their achievements. Okay, they're building great relationships with their team. Okay, it's very supportive. It's like a family-like environment. But also, what's very important is one big shift from here to here is when they're able to stay longer and they're building better relationship with each other as a team, you're now able to provide higher level trainings, higher level management trainings, and now you're able to start delegating higher level management, team management tasks, team management roles. And what the benefit for this is it can start to pull you or pull us as entrepreneurs out of the daily management role. So you see in number 3 here, when it's owner driven, owner manager driven, like where this is like the struggle bus for the entrepreneur, because literally it's one command, one action, right? It's like, hey, John, can you please do this? Hey, Mary, can you please do this? Hey, Sam, can you please do this? Because they're all at they're all like at one level, like they're all new, and we're not able to keep them very long at this level, which means nobody is able to manage anybody else. Nobody's really that great yet because they haven't stayed for too long. But if they're able to stay over a year, right, over 2 years, then they're going to get enough experience to be able to start to go into management, that you can start to train one level of management, 2 level management, and eventually senior level management. And then they will be able to peer manage them, other team members, right? You can start to promote managers and start promote senior managements and start promote departmental directors. You start to have departments. This is where not only they are committed, they are fulfilled, they are happy working here. We are on a journey together to complete a joint mission together. Okay, we're living a purposeful life together. They're also helping automate your operations with management structure. At this level, you're able to start to build mid and senior level management structure to really start to give you freedom. Okay, to really start to give you freedom in number 4, to the point where you could get to a point where you no longer have to do any kind of management in a company. Everything in the business is completely automatically managed and completed by your team. And you are literally maybe work just 1 hour a day. That is possible now. Okay, once you achieve this situation where you're only handling the most difficult situations, which is not every day, right? And we also have methodologies to help automate that as well with their team. So eventually you can be completely hands-free. We know this because in the beginning, in our graphic design business, I had only one team member. I was over here. Okay. Actually, I have one full-time, one part-time team member. So I have 1.5 team member. Okay, it's 2.5 people here, and everything is direct management. It's extremely time-consuming, right? I feel like I'm actually like a secretary to my team member, because I have to check what they do, I have to assign their work, and I have to like look after the things that they miss. It's almost like I'm spending more time managing them than if I were to do the task myself. And I remember at that time, every month we are maxing out the number of clients we can serve to up at around 5 to 7 clients. That's it. Over that 5 to 7 buildings, we can't handle any more clients, simply because we're tapped out. We don't have time. Once we start to get to 6 people at this level, we're able to handle a lot more clients, but it's still hands-on management. And I was going crazy. Like the active management is just a lot of work. It's like a struggle bus, right? But once we started systemize even more, we started building better cultures into our team. We're starting to be able to then promote the more experienced, the more senior team members into managers, project managers. And once they do that, they're really able to start alleviate a lot of the work for us. We started also automating and systemizing a lot of the process, making it a lot more automated. Okay. And that becomes very important. Like it becomes from assignment driven to event driven to schedule driven, which is very, very important. I'll cover that in a different video. This becomes much more automatic. And I'm finding like right now in this business, in this graphic design business, I'm spending no more than 1 to 2 hours a day. And we are handling, instead of 3 to 5 clients a month, we're handling upwards to 50 to over 100 clients a month, and our team can completely handle it. And I'm still at 1 to 2 hours a day maximum, sometimes 0 hours a day in the business. They are handling 10 to 15 to 20 times more clients than I was able to handle when I had 1.5 team members. Okay. And I was working 10 hours over here. Right now, I'm working 1 to 2 hours maximum per day on this business. The rest of the time, I'm building our second and third business, which is Bedrock Teams Academy. Okay, and the recruitment agency for hiring virtual assistant facilities for our clients. Okay, and I'm only able to build the additional companies because we're able to systemize and battleshipize, if you will, the graphic design agency to this point to free up like 90% of my time. Okay. So the things that we're going through here are not things we watched some other YouTube video and then copied over here. This is literally what we have gone through and what we have able to achieve to this point. So once you get to this point and it freed up like 90% of your time, what can you do? Well, you can now create multiple businesses with the same format, which is exactly what we're doing here. So if you have one battleship and you're able to like really systemize and let the battleship run on autopilot, then you could create multiple battleships or multiple teams or multiple companies, multiple streams of income that works for you, which is how we're building our companies now. We have like 2 more companies that we're building right now, one recruitment agency, one group coaching, done for you agency service. Okay. All being operated with virtual assistant fulfillment, all virtual. So that means we can work anywhere in the world. We can travel. We could be in Europe one day. We could be in Asia one day. It doesn't matter. Some sort of laptop and internet. Our team, I can work with our team, or sometimes I don't even have to work because we know that our team will be working while we're not. Okay. And that is where we can, once you've been able to achieve a battleship kind of format in one of your company, one of your team, you will then be able to start building additional battleships, additional teams. Okay. That's what I will call it quantum scaling, right? And also it's almost like I call it a raving fan fleet, because so this is the concept of raving fan. What do I mean by this? So a lot of times when we say raving fan, right? We are referring that to clients, like raving fan customers, right? Like we want to deliver such an amazing customer journey experience for our clients that they rave, renew and recruit for us, right? They are raving our service. They are recruiting them. They're recruiting their clients, their friends and acquaintances to come and purchase our services, and they're also renewing their service with us, right? But I wanted to introduce another concept, which is the raving fan can apply not only for our clients, they can also apply to our team. Okay. We can have a raving fan team that work for us if we have built an amazing environment for them to thrive, to be able to thrive and grow within our team. Okay, we build a thriving community where they're really connected to each other, and they are growing together, they're achieving things together, we're all achieving it together, and we're celebrating it together. Then it becomes a beautiful journey, right? It's no longer a job, it's a journey, right? Of working together, achieving a worthy cause, a goal together, right? And that is how we can start building raving fan teams, okay, that work for us. A raving fan crew that works for our battleship, right? That are achieving the mission together. And over here, you can have a raving fan fleet, a fleet of battleships, a fleet of businesses, of income streams that's operated, run and operated by raving fan teams that you have built, and then they work for you to achieve your dreams. So this would be where, and they're all self-managed. I would say we can be able to build it to eventually close to 98, 99% self-managed, right? Autonomous teams that are raving fan teams. And at this point, that is where, number one, your business is going to have a very, very high valuation because it doesn't require you to operate in them, right? You're no longer the single point of failure. You're no longer the key man risk. The company, they will be able to run on its own largely, especially for the operations of it, daily operations of it, customer customer service fulfillment part of it, right? It's just a beautiful, beautiful existence. Like at this point, we're no longer, we're no longer slaves to the business, okay? But the business is serving us. We're no longer serving it, right? Anyway, I'm sorry, I got a little bit passionate. This is something I'm really excited about. I think this is something that is really doable for, I believe, every company, every online business. Okay, whether you're a coach, you are a course creator, you are a done for you agency, done with you agency. Okay, this is something that I think that every single business can build, and moving from stage 1 all the way through to stage 4 for your first business, and potentially to additional business that you can build multiple streams of income, basically just cookie cutter, the business out. Okay, and we do have a 3-day online virtual workshop that we host on a regular basis that we do talk about. We go into details on how we built this, the various aspects of building this. You can click on the link in the description below and sign up for our upcoming one. We also offer customized consulting service for our clients, private consulting as well, to help them either do coaching. We are group coaching to teach you how to do this as a group coaching program. We also have more higher end, done with you, done for you consulting services to help you be able to shortcut this from here all the way through to number 4 as quickly as possible, much faster. So over here, you see I have like 1 year, 2 years, and 3 to 5 years. This is kind of an estimate going from let's say you're going from a kayak to like pirate ship. I think if we get to 3 people, we can get here from here to here in 1 year. Okay. But if we deploy all the tools and all the best practices that we know at the moment, and we'll continue to develop to improve our best practices to become even better, we can move from here to here. I estimate it takes about another year to get to transform a team from a pirate ship status to a battleship status, okay, by building in all the necessary elements needed to build an amazing culture, right? Purposeful, mission-driven culture in the team. Okay, it could take just a little as 1 year to get here. Okay, and then from here to here, it could be anywhere, can be as little as 3 to 5 years to start building multiple battle fleets, battleships, if you will, multiple streams of income. So I hope you have enjoyed this content. Okay, please let me know your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. Has this been helpful for you? Do you have any questions regarding this framework? Okay, and I'll be putting additional videos. You might see them in the link below that will talk about more in depth of each of these stages and such, and related information regarding this framework. Okay, please like and subscribe our channel if you enjoy this content. We'll be putting additional ones for you, and you'll be notified as soon as we have new contents come out. Okay? And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care.